I need to talk to you about this. A recent purchase for some New Zealand geckos. Now this is Stumpy. He loves honey. This is a northern green gecko. One of the most rarest geckos in the world apparently. Now it all started with a package. A package that was delivered, thrown over the fence, and I came home and I was like, oh yes, that arrived in a timely manner. Excellent. So I had to cut that sucker open and get it out. And what did I order? My first ever Flexarium. Now I've never used a Flexarium in my life. Product from ExoTerra, so it had to be good. And I thought the idea of it was excellent. So let's build this thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I struggled with it, but I struggle with really basic DIY stuff. So don't judge me, I'm an idiot. But we got there in the end. So when I think about the versatility of the Flexarium, I think about a few things. Firstly, is it going to be a good home for these guys? Yes, it's huge. It's a boreal, lots of climbing space, and it's outside in New Zealand climate, which they're native to. So these guys are loving it. It's heaps of ventilation, plus exposure to UVB. Why not? Is it waterproof and water resistant? No, but that's a good thing. I mean, I mist my animals twice a day, and this just makes it really simple. Gives them the moisture that they need. Is it childproof? Yes and no. My daughter loves it, and that's good enough for me. Can you keep it inside? 100%. So on cold days, windy days, stormy days, or in winter, I just give them an LED bar and a UVB bar, and they still get the same elements. They get the climbing, I replace the browse, and these guys seem to be flourishing a few weeks later. So yes, that's fine. And what about insects? Well, the holes aren't big enough for insects that these guys are eating to get out. So crested geckos and other boreal species, you're giving them flies, mealworms, crickets, locusts, and they'll do just fine and they can't get out. What's the access like? Well, it's zip access, which is even better. So just unzip, it goes right down and you can get in and out easily. The one thing I struggle with is these guys have epic camouflage, so I have to look for them for a solid 2 minutes before I spot them, remove them, do any cleaning and maintenance, and then we move on. So as you can see, I can manhandle this thing pretty well. Like I said, keep it light, keep it versatile. I remove the browse, this is my weekly routine. Now, what else you can do, what I want to talk to you guys about, is you can actually flip this thing on its side, have the zip and opening on top, and put in larger species, larger terrestrial species. These are my Cunningham skinks. They're from Southeast Australia, not native to New Zealand, always grumpy with me, but amazing animals. Now, similar species you'd have are blue tongues, better dragons, so if you have them and you wanted a summer run, put them outside, put them on the lawn, they'll enjoy the fresh air, they're safe, and they'll love it. This guy's not a climber, but he loves to climb in this thing. His claws are gnarly. But anyway, just an example of what else you can do with the Flexarium. Now I'm super stoked with the purchase, like I said. Now let's finish on the green geckos. So I replace the browse every 3 days. I give all my geckos, all my animals, their daily mist, twice a day if it's hot, and then I put in fresh browse. And the idea of this is that I'm keeping it as versatile as I can. So I have flexibility with it. It is a Flexarium, and I'm enjoying the summer sun. It's a hot day here in the South Island, and these are northern green geckos. Endemic to New Zealand. I've been obsessed with these animals since I was a kid, and I finally have some in captivity, and it's incredible. You need a permit to keep these guys, so if you're in New Zealand and you see them in the wild, please leave them alone, leave them in the wild where they need to be. Now, honey. Yes, so New Zealand geckos are insectivores, but they do enjoy honey because in the wild they'll often get it out of flowers or on sap. So I give them their 1 to 2 week treaty and I let them be. The Flexarium. So to conclude, I'm Max. Ever since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with reptiles, amphibians, ectotherms. So I'm going to keep seeing where this takes me. Stay tuned for the next one.